Hello, good morning. How are you? How are you guys doing? I hope your mental and physical health are good and fit. So, today I'm going to talk about what makes you unhappy the most. I've been through this and I've actually seen people do this, so I can explain. Holding on to the emotions that happened before usually makes you unhappy, meaning that the bad events, bad incident, or something really traumatic to you. And you hold a grudge, you hold on to the emotions that happened or coming out of that event that already happened, done before, right? But you can't let go of that feeling. You can't let go of the emotion that happened then and holding on to it. And you relive the emotions even now, even a day after, not even that, a week after. Some people for years later. So when you hold on to the grudge and those emotions, it makes you really unhappy because you're reliving the emotions over and over, even some people for years later. And it makes you so unhappy because you relive that emotion that it's already done, it's already past. But we have, as a human being, as a great ability to relive that emotions, even though you're not feeling it now, even though that instant isn't right this moment, but you can go back. It's like a time machine in your mind, and then you can relive that emotions that it really hurting you. It's like an emotional knot in your stomach, and you can feel that again and over and over. And the thing is, like, after so many reviewing that same emotion, you start to build up with all the other things that have been happening to you. So you can relate to that emotional knot and you start to building, adding, and it makes it bigger. It's like a snowball effect. And what actually happened then and what is really feeling right now, it could be so different. But you don't see that difference because you've been building over and over. And that amount of grudge, anger, and bad emotions makes you really unhappy because you're constantly feeling that emotion. So the idea is to accept what happened then, because just, the thing that happens, and then you cannot rewrite it because it's already done, happened, right? And then you can let go of that emotions. You really separate yourself from that event because you've been living since then, maybe a day or years later. And then if you're holding on to the grudge or those emotional baggage or sadness and pain, and it really makes you feel really unhappy, and you cannot achieve things with that heaviness of emotion because it pulls you down to do things, go forward, because you're weighed down so much. So in order to make yourself free, let go. It's almost like you separate yourself from that event, and now you're connected to that event. You cannot see it, you cannot see the cord or anything that connecting to it, but you do, because that's why you feel that emotion. You can relive that emotion. We have a great ability to do that, right? But use it in a good way, not in the negative way. So you start cutting those emotions from the past, like that event, and now it's different. So you cut that emotions connection, right? And you keep doing that, and you can release those emotions a little bit at a time. And because you don't need it, also it's not happening right this moment. That thing happened in the past, right? For instance, you get hurt and you have bad back, because you try to lift something really heavy and really hurt your back. And since then, your back is not the same. You cannot move the same. And then you're frustrated and you really don't like the way you feel. And you always blamed on that one incident that you lifted something heavy and hurt your back. And you did the treatments and all that, but you're not really recovering. So you really hate existence right this moment because of that event that happened in the past, right? So you're holding on to the grudge because of that thing happened. That's why I'm living the way I am. But the thing is that incidents is just happened then, and that's what it is. You accept that. And then what it is now is totally separate you. You could live, try to modify your move, and you might find a way to really release that pain, or you might find certain treatments that really helps you, or you appreciate that at least you'll be able to go places. Some people has to be on a wheelchair, but you do have the movement to go around, so you appreciate, be grateful for what you have. When you keep shifting to that, the positive way, things start to come, and you might be able to really cure your pain for some reasons. You might find some sort of really good methods to really improve, the progress, your movement. It cannot be perfect, but you can improve, right? Instead of just holding on to that emotional grudge, and then it's just blaming on that event. That makes you really, really unhappy. So you separate that by releasing, just emotions are really a major part of our human body, and it makes you feel happy or makes you feel so unhappy. So you let that grudge and anger and those emotions go, because you're now, and what happened then is then. It's done. It's over. You cannot rewrite it, because you cannot redo it. You can rewrite the way you feel, but the actual event is done. It's over. You just let it be, and then you build from where you are right this moment. So you let go of those bad feelings and just let go of those emotional baggage, and that really makes you feel lighter, and you really shift yourself into the present moment, and you start to feel the things you're grateful for. Even though whatever that happened in the past, you'll be able to get out of get good things out of that experience, because now you understand how people feel through the pain, right? So that anything that happened in the past, it gives you some sort of opening eye moments or the learnings. So instead of holding on to that bad emotions, just let them go and cut those connections. Okay, and that makes you feel so much lighter and happier, and it really keeps you moving forward instead of holding yourself down really heavily. So let go of those emotional baggage, that really negative ones. Okay, I hope this helps, and I hope you have a great day, and see you in the next video.